Well, good morning. Thank you for continuing this journey with me. I really appreciate you coming along on this ride that I'm on. How's that? I hope everyone had a great Easter. I certainly did. Harry and I spent the day together. We had lunch, which was wonderful, and we spent it with friends at the nursing home, and it was really good. Friends meaning friends from within the nursing home, which is pretty dynamic now. And we're getting to know everyone just a little bit. If you notice, I'm kind of glancing at my notes once in a while. I apologize for that. It's been a little while since I actually did one of these, and I really wanted to get back to you. Today is Monday, April 6th of 2026. It's also day 341 for me. So I'm almost to a year. Oh, wow. Isn't that great? Amazing to me. Well, the last time I talked to you, I was put on four new meds, the antibiotics, the eye cream, the medicated eye drops, and the allergy medicine. Well, I'm still, I thought for a minute that it actually helped my eye. But my eye comes and goes. That's what I tried to tell them, but nobody listens to me. After all, I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, as you can see, I have no makeup on again because my eye is irritated, and it's got a little bag there that'll go away in another day or so. And that's what'll happen, and that's the way it is. And I give up. How's that? I just try to take care of it as best as I can because, in reality, I believe that this is my theory, not that the doctors agree at all, you understand. I believe that my jaw and my eye are all related. It's all on the same side of the head, it's like half the head, okay? So my jaw is still numb, it's trying to wake up, but the numbness is now moving up this direction. Okay, so and it goes from my nose all the way back here, just like here it was from here all the way back to here. Okay, so I am seeing the neurologist at the last week of this month, and we'll see what happens. I'm kind of hoping that everything wakes up by then, that whatever is going on. And I think it has a whole lot to do with swelling. As you can see, it just feels like this side of my face is a bit swollen, this side is not, and this is the side I sleep on, but still, whatever, go figure that one out. Okay, so and here's my theory. Okay, this is my theory, nobody else's, and it probably means nothing. How's that? When I had my radiation killed off two of my lymph nodes in my neck, right? Okay, and it damaged at least two more in my chest, and God knows how many other ones it damaged in that course of time. Now I remember when I um, had my breast surgery for breast cancer. They had taken the sentinel lymph node and they to check to see if it was in my lymph nodes, which it wasn't. But they told me at that time that you really never want to use this arm for blood pressure or needle pokes or anything like that. So I've always had to use my right arm, right? So what's the difference? If this is damaged, that mean that, and the point was, edema can happen at any time. Even if it's 20 years later, it can still happen to that arm. That's amazing. So what's the difference? So something's going on. Well, so you're saying, okay, it's in the right side of your face. Everything was done to the left. Remember that. Well, it wasn't. Chemo, my port was over here. It went up, it dropped right into a vein. Okay, here, someplace along there anyway. Um, and sometimes I have like itchiness, or not redness, but itchiness. Okay, here. So it's probably still healing to some degree, or a scar tissue is forming, more scar tissue, and who knows what scar tissue is pressing on. And so here we are. Who knows what all that means? So Anyway, this week I will find out more. Friday I have a CT scan, and then next Friday I have an appointment with my oncologist, and the next week I have the appointment with the neurologist. And I'm just kind of hoping in some way or other that this might get resolved before that, which would be great. I would love it. So so much for me at the moment, but I have some really good news too. One of the questions that my oncologist always asks me is, how far can you walk before getting breathless? Well, I don't know. I never really checked that out because at that time I was still walking with Harry, and Harry walks really slow. So that it's no competition. Let's put it that way. So now, when I first started walking, I really started walking after Harry had his first stroke. And one of the things that happened was I realized that I felt as though anyway, that I really shouldn't leave him alone. And so I started walking in the house, and I walked the house and I counted my steps. That's what I did. I'm very focused on the number of steps, how many miles I do a day, et cetera, et cetera. So I always did like, I worked my way up to like 4 to 6 miles a day. And that's where I kind of stayed at until we moved to the apartment, and just got a little, I don't know, it was hard to just sort of transfer over 100%. We did some walking, but not enough walking, all that stuff. Well, I decided that if I'm having swelling of any kind, the best way I know of to get rid of that is to just go and move. You've got to exercise, and to me, the best exercise that I can do is walk. I like it the best. So anyway, so I decided, okay, back to walking in the house. And one of the reasons is I'm a little afraid to go outside. Only be not that I'm afraid to go outside, but I'm a little afraid to go outside and walk because I'm not sure when I'm going to get tired. If I got tired in half a mile and I'm there, and then I have, what do? I have no place to sit unless I'm walking with a walker, which I don't want to do. It slows you down. Um, so that's a dilemma. So I said, okay, let me start walking in the house, and I find that I could walk a mile and I'm not breathless. So I'm thrilled. I don't know how long I can walk because my stamina isn't built up enough to walk much more than a mile at a time at this point. So what I've been doing is I've been walking 2 miles a day, um, trying to rebuild my stamina, and I'd like to work it up to 3 miles a day in the next couple of weeks. So that's my goal. That's what I'm working towards, and I'm praying that all this edema crap is over with, and it'll just take care of itself. I would love that. If it doesn't, oh well. I'll just have to deal with it, and it's not unlivable at all. So really, I'm just letting you know what's going on. Okay. Oh, the other thing is that I'm actually walking at a pretty good clip. I was kind of impressed with myself. I said, "Gee, this is pretty decent." So that's all I know today. How's that? So I'm going to leave you with this thought. I was thinking about this the other day, and this is basically all I know. When all is said and done, and your life is at the end, the only thing that we have that we leave that's lasting is and has value is whether we have loved others and whether others have loved us. And if they and what will happen is those people that have loved us will carry on our light in this world. And that makes me kind of sentimental. So that's my story today. I'm about to go and visit Harry, and I'm expecting to have a great afternoon. So I hope you will have a great afternoon, and take care of yourselves. And I will be back before you know it. Okay? Bye.